For this video, we're going to talk about number 77, offensive tackle and center, Zach Gluckman of Byram Hills High School, located right here on the screen. And this young man just completed his sophomore campaign, young football player, raw tackle, but showed a lot of promise, right? At 6'2", 230 pounds, he has good length. He shows really solid strength when he gets his hands locked in. And he plays with a bit of an edge, which I like. He wants to block you to that second whistle. Another thing I really liked about this young man, he showed some versatility. He lined up at right tackle for some reps. He lined up at some center for some reps. I love versatile linemen, and he showed some of that versatility because he shows solid athleticism for his size. Now, things he can work on, I mentioned. He's a very raw tackle, so his technique definitely could be refined. That's going to be, getting more coaching, being more detail-oriented. And I think he can work on the consistency in his stance, right? Sometimes I believe his stance puts him at a disadvantage. But let's go over a couple plays. I mentioned he's located right here on the screen. You're going to see his ability to do a double team up to the second level. Okay, pretty standard block, but let's watch him move, okay? First, I love the beginning right here. He gets hip to hip with his guard, and he gets his hands on the defensive line. But look at his eyes. He knows where he wants to go. He's looking at the second level. He knows where he needs to go. But make sure you take care of the first level first, then get to the second level. He does that. He gives a nice shot to the D tackle, gets to the second level. Look at him latch on and drive and bury the guy. Yeah, from the top. Hip to hip. Gives a good shot on the first level. Get to the second level, drive, and pancake him. Let's go to another play. Similar play, right? The right tackle spot. You're going to get a double at the first level. The guard should be coming off on this one while the linebacker shoots the gap. You can see his ability to drive the defender off the first level, which is important for an offensive line. All right, let's watch. Again, gets nice hip to hip, but look at him get his pads underneath the defender, and he's just driving him off the screen. One more time. Again, he showed that versatility that he can get to the second level, but he also can do this. He shows that strength to move bodies. Let's go to another play. Again, I mentioned the versatility. He is at the center spot. I love linemen that can move around. It brings a lot to the table. And the center spot is its own really difficult spot to block out of. But here he is at the center spot. You're going to see his ability to turn defenders. Again, we're talking about a young football player, right, on this defensive tackle. Okay, and there's no mistake on this type of play. This is power football, right? So you got to be able to power the offensive lineman and then turn him, which I love this right here. Doesn't seem like big, but look, he drives 3 yards off the ball, turns his hip. He knows where the ball is going. I like that. Again, everything doesn't have to result in a pancake 10-yard driving off the ball. It's difficult. You're playing against strong opponents. But his ability to drive a defender off the ball when he gets his hands locked in, look at him turn his hips. I love that. Let's go to the final play. Okay, right tackle spot again. Going to see a bit of an RPO. Right, but up front, it's a down block. Okay, I do want to start off again with the stance. Right, definitely something to work on. Again, the stance is really, you can see he's really wide in his stance. Coaches, they coach different ways on where you want to put your hands, where you want to, if you can lay it on your knee and stuff like that. So I'm not going to get too into that, but you could tell everybody else seems to be a little bit more balanced, right? He seems to be a little wide. Okay, you can see the other linemen, they show good balance. Their hand is down in the dirt. His hand's not. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I do think there's things he can work on. But when the ball snaps, he shows promise right here, right? He's got to cut off this man who's on his inside shoulder from reaching this gap, and this is a down block, right? You're going to see. Gets out of his stance, gets his hands locked in, and he drops. I love this. Look at him. He ain't done till the whistle's blown. One more time. And gets his hands inside. I like that. And then he drops. Now, again, learn to also play with some better leverage, but that's part of the technique. Blocking with some wider stance, right? Fixing his stance before the snap. There's certain things he could definitely work on, but the potential is there, right? And I'm excited to see what he works on this upcoming football season.